Facebook and YouTube. Happy Sunday. It's your girl Vanette, and you're here for another episode of Sister Self Care Sunday.
Yes.
And I'm here with my co partner, my sister, love her to death, love her to life,
Life. Yes.
Denise. And today we are talking about something that is so important, especially this time of the year. We're talking about finding your peace through this holiday season.
Yes. So that's right, Burnett. This season, while maybe joyful, it can also be overwhelming. It can be stressful. So today we're going to be definitely talking about some tips that will help you find your inner peace during the holiday. And that's so important.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, before we jump right in, how was your week, Denise?
It was pretty good. It was stressful. This weekend I've, just been lounging around, and just trying to get some rest. And so other than that, it was pretty good.
I feel you. I think that our topic today is going to resonate with a lot of people because it's just stressful and it's so much going on right now, whether you're talking
Yeah.
about in the world in general, with your families, at
Work.
work.
Yes.
Listen, all the things, right? All the things. So today we want to give you all a few tips on how you can find your peace. And the first one is about setting boundaries.
Yes.
And it's okay to say no to events and responsibilities, especially when you feel overstretched. So, how many can relate to there's always something to do, right? There's
Oh,
always somewhere to go, something to do, um, always somebody to help, right? And while it's good to be a resource and a blessing to others, you
mhm.
have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself in the process and that you're not overextending yourself, right? Because when you overextend yourself, you create more harm than good for you. Because if you're like, everybody depends on me, right? Everybody counts on me. I'm the strong one, I'm the go to person. But what happens when the go to person is all out? Nothing more to
Exactly.
pour from, nothing more to give. And so when we continue to pour from ourselves, which we are meant to be blessings to others, I firmly believe that. However, God never intended on us depleting ourselves. So our
Exactly.
top priority has to be, how can we keep ourselves replenished? Because even our cell phones, we have to charge those up, right?
Hmm.
We use the cell phones all the time, but when that battery gets low, if it gets too low, it's going to do what? It's going to turn off. And when we, as humans, when we turn off, we go through things like, heart attack, stroke, our health start failing us. So we
Hmm.
just want to make sure that, think about setting boundaries. When you know you're starting to feel stressed, it's okay to say no. No is a complete
Yes.
sentence with the period on the end. It's okay to say no in love, and people will understand. And those who love you and know you, they'll definitely understand. If people don't understand, they ain't for you anyway.
Exactly. It's just like on an airplane when they tell you if the plane is going down and a little oxygen mask comes down, put yours on first. Don't try to put somebody else's on. You got to put yours on first. Um,
Absolutely.
so definitely, like you said, don't forget our self-care rituals. It may be
Mm,
prayer, it may be taking a relaxing bath, it may be a morning walk, or it could be journaling, or whatever you find. And it also could be, like on my cell phone. A lot of times when I get off of work, I play games on my cell phone. And a lot of people be like, girl, you always playing that game, but it relaxes me,
mm,
so find what works for you, because some of the things that we may be suggesting, it may not work for you. You may have your own little niche of the things that you do that will help you to relax.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Denise mentioned, she had a game on her phone she likes to play, right? For me, I could listen to music.
Yes,
I
that's
can
another.
relax and listen to music. And man, let me tell you, music carries emotion. Music
Yes,
is like magical because it carries emotion. So you have to be really careful on what you feed in yourself.
yes,
Because if you want to be lifted up, you want to throw on some inspirational music, right?
yes.
And some of my favorite inspirational music, I can listen to me some Kirk Franklin,
Oh yeah, me too.
some Mary Mary.
Yes,
Listen, and when you hear those songs, you can't help but move and get and feel upbeat, right?
yes.
On the flip side, you better not listen to no Tony Braxton, especially the early 90s Tony. She'll have you cry. She's so depressing.
Right,
Oh my God. I'm like, Tony, you so beautiful. You ain't got another
right.
love, ain't another sad love song. Love should have brought you home last night. I mean,
Yeah,
she's just she's going through stuff. So I say all that to say, be careful of the music you listen to, especially when you're already stressed out. Listen
yes,
to something that's going to uplift you, something that's going to pour positivity into you.
yes.
Um,
You know
and
what song I like to listen to
what?
sometimes too, that I have on my phone, and so when I'm in the car, Pharrell, "'Cause I'm Happy."
Happy.
And
Yes.
yes, and you start clapping along and everything, and I'll be driving down the streets. I know people be like, "What is she over there doing?"
Yes. 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 I love Pharrell's Happy. And Kirk Franklin got that song, Wanna Be Happy.
Oh, yes.
Oh my, I love me some Kirk Franklin. I'm
Yeah,
so mad I didn't see him when he was in town. I'm so mad. But guess what? It ain't gonna happen again because
yes,
I saw him once before and he was phenomenal. But it's not gonna happen again because I'm going when I let me tell you
well,
next
you
time.
know what? Let's plan on it. The next time he comes,
Yes,
Imma go with you.
or if even if he come to a city near us, we might have to do
Yeah,
a girls trip and
yeah,
go holler at
that's
Kirk
true.
because when I tell you his concerts in person are off the chain.
Yes.
Okay, y'all, I digress. But so self-care Sunday, we all about giving y'all tips too. So, but in addition to some self-care rituals, you know, meditation and mindfulness. Listen, there is nothing like unplugging from everything,
Yeah.
unplugging
Oh,
from
I'm telling you.
TV, from social media, from talking, from scrolling, from reading, even from listening to music. When you can get in some silence
Mhm.
and just focus on your breath to clear your mind. Because let me tell you, y'all, I'm a testament to this. When I am stressed, and sis been stressed lately, I pull out all the tools, and one of the tools truly is meditation and prayer.
Yes.
Meditation and prayer. I use prayer to communicate with God so I can, express what I'm grateful for, thank Him for all the things that I'm grateful for.
Mhm.
Because when you express gratefulness and thankfulness, that also improves your mood because now you found something positive to focus on
Yes.
opposed to what is stressing you out, right? So I'm not saying ignore the things that's stressing you out, right? But you can't let that overwhelm you, right? You can't let that stress sit on your shoulders and just weigh you down to the point
Yeah.
where you're almost not functioning, where you've lost your joy. So,
Yes.
prayer, um, being thankful and grateful, and think of all the things you can be thankful and grateful for. You woke up this morning,
Yes.
like thankful. You in your right mind. It's a lot of people out there that are troubled in their mind, and
Yeah.
that's a hard place to be. When you know you got heat and you're in a warm, safe environment, that's a blessing. That's something to be thankful for. When you know you can go to the cupboard or the refrigerator, open up, and it's something in there to eat. You may not have the 5-star restaurant you want to have in there, but you have food. You know
Yeah.
you're not hungry. If
Yes.
push came to shove, if you need to open up, I don't care if it's a can of beans. If you need to open up that can of beans, guess what? You're not gonna go hungry.
Exactly.
It's being expressing gratitude and gratefulness and thankfulness for what you do have. Just being thankful for your eyesight, being able to see, being able to
Mhm.
hear, being able to express yourself and to speak, because some people can't even talk. Some people can't hear. Some people can't see. And when you can start focusing on, thank you, God, for, and start listing out your blessings, that'll take over from that negativity and that stress and that
Yeah.
anxiety and the anxiousness, right? The other thing, when we talk about meditation and mindfulness, just again, I highly recommend spending at least 20 minutes. If you can do 20 minutes, try 20 minutes. 20 minutes to start off with, 15 to 20 if you can. And you just sit in a room, make sure there's no noise on, make sure you're off to yourself. Tell the family, please don't disturb me for the next 20 minutes. Put your phone on silence, shut your phone off, and then just sit and close your eyes. And as you sit and you close your eyes, just inhale and breathe and only focus on your breath.
Mhm.
And as you continue to breathe, I always tell people you can do it at a count of 5 or count of 4, where you breathe in on the count of 4, you hold your breath, count of 4, you exhale with a count of 4, hold your breath on a count of 4, inhale, and you just repeat that cycle, and it starts to really calm you down. It starts to help you get clarity. And you'll notice as you try to focus on your breathing and your breath, sometimes thoughts will come in your head. Let the thoughts come and let them go.
Mhm.
If you get a thought that comes in your head, you might grocery shopping might pop in your head. Go back to focusing on your breath. Center yourself around your breath. And the more you can repeat this, I'm telling you, the more you can get clarity and clear out your brain, because a lot of times we have stress because we have so much on our mind to deal with. It's so much on our mind to deal with.
Exactly.
Yeah, so those are just some ways. If you just can sit quietly, take a few minutes, makes a world of difference.
And I think I had shared this with you before. When one day, back when it was AT&T and Ameritech, I think on my phone bill I owed like 45 cents. I didn't pay my phone bill off completely. And girl, they cut my phone off. And I was like, well, 45 cents, really? It was less than a dollar. And I was just so shocked. But you know what? I let that phone stay off for like about a week, almost a week. The boys was going crazy. It's like, Mama, won't we get the phone? When is the phone being turned back on? But
Wow.
at that time, it was exactly what I needed. And God will always give you what you need. Trust me. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, now this is crazy right here, 45 cents. But I needed that peace and quiet. I
Mm,
needed nobody to call me and say, I need you to do this for me. I need you to go here. I
yes.
need you. Can you pick me up? Can you? Because at that time, I was running myself ragged. People had me going here, going there, doing this, doing that. And I was trying to please everybody at that time. And so, like I said, God knew that at that time I needed peace and quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what he actually delivered. So, but like Vanette was, just saying, in regards to being mindful, and with the things that can help you, also being organized during a holiday can help you as well, and it could definitely
Absolutely.
reduce a lot of stress. So if you need to keep a planner for the holidays, tasks that can, help you feel more in control and at peace. Um, write a list down, especially like if you're going to the grocery store, and you got a certain amount of money, you know, write that list down, stay on track. That can definitely help you as well, is by staying on track. So you want to make sure, especially if you're hosting something at your home, that you have everything organized. Just like me, I just started doing, excuse me, shredding mail, like old, mail or things that I don't need, because you know how mail accumulates at your house, and we had this little bin thing that we just store all the mail in, and so I've been shredding, because at the beginning of the year we all know how
Mm-hmm.
most of us like to get rid of things when it's time to come into a new year, cleaning your house and getting things organized. um don't start too late. You
Right.
want to make sure that you start early enough, and because we do get so busy during the holiday, it's important for you to start early, and just do
Yeah.
a little bit at a time, up until the time of the new year. And so with that, being organized and everything, you want to, if you've hosting your family over, you want to, and you want to play some games or do some things, then what you
Mhm.
can do is to organize how you're going to do that.
Yeah,
Organize
just
dinner
really
started
plan
too.
stuff out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dinner
yeah,
started too. Everybody gets a chance to eat. The stragglers that come in, they'll fix their plates, afterwards. Um, and when you said something about gratitude, you want to make sure during the holiday, if you have a large gathering, have everybody go around and say what they're grateful for, what they're thankful for, and
yeah,
everything. And just seeing
absolutely.
your family, giving thanks and showing what they're grateful for can actually lift your mood as well. So,
Absolutely. And as you talk about being organized, there's always stuff on our list, right? So as you start organizing, start prioritizing as well, because everything on that list may not need to be done today.
mhm,
So you have to start prioritizing. And one way you can prioritize is by understanding what's something that's urgent, that can't wait, that needs to go right now. Something you
yeah,
need to do right now, right? Because it's important and it's urgent. And then how many things might seem urgent, but they're not really important. And some
mhm,
things that can seem urgent is when you get phone calls from people or text messages from folks, because it's coming through right now. Just that may not be a priority.
yes,
You have some things that's on the list that are part of the nice to do stuff. So it would be nice if you could do that, right? That might be if you wanted to redo a room or redecorate a room. So that might be something that's nice to do. But if you have a lot of other things that are high on your priority list,
yes,
and you have limited time, you need to point out what things take precedence. And that just means making a list of everything you want that's on your list, and then prioritizing what's important and schedule it out. Like Denise says, create a plan and start planning it out so that you're not trying to do things all at once, so that you don't procrastinate. Because for me, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes if I feel like it's too much that I have to do, and I feel like everything is due now, I will get stuck. I'll get frozen and anxious, and I won't move and do anything. And so, what I found that helps me stop doing that is I start making a list, and then I determine which things are priorities and act on those things. And then I start seeing, okay, I'm able to get this, and this done. So as I get things done, that anxiousness is now leaving me, because I'm seeing, okay, I'm getting more and more off my plate. So
yeah,
I agree with Denise. Definitely being organized can help reduce stress immensely, because again, this season can already be stressful, because you got some people who are missing loved ones at the dinner table, right?
yes, yes,
And not everybody have fond memories around the holidays if you have loved ones that's missing, or if it's your first holiday without a loved one. So
mhm,
just be cognitive of that, And look out for your friends who may be going through something like that, where it's their first holiday without a loved one or something
Yeah.
like that, and reach out to them and make sure that they're okay.
Right. So also, finding your inner peace during a holiday isn't just about feeling good in the moment.
Mm,
If you can find your peace during the holidays and, when it's not the holidays, it actually improves your overall well-being. You'll be likely to, enjoy better sleep,
yes,
more energy, your, mood will improve. So this is something that you definitely want to practice all year round, but it's actually, more important to do it during the holidays, just so because, that time is a stressful time. And,
absolutely.
so definitely, just, practicing, everything that we're telling you, setting the boundaries, getting organized, all these little tips that we're providing to you definitely helps you to improve your mood, your well-being. And then this is something, if you practice it, that you can continue to practice it all year round. So,
Absolutely, because in addition to the things that Denise shared about improving your sleep, who can take some better sleep? I always can
well, I
take better
know I
sleep.
can.
Always can take better sleep.
Yes.
More energy. So everything that Denise said are all reasons why it's so important to manage your stress and to use some of these techniques. And in addition, it'll just make you be able to really enjoy the holiday, right?
Yes.
To enjoy being present in a moment with family and friends. And it'll make the experience that much more meaningful and
Yeah.
joyous for you. You can really feel the joy and the blessing that the holidays are, bring to us when you don't have all that stress sitting on your shoulders and on your chest and weighing you
Mhm.
down. So there are tremendous benefits to, you know, finding that peace at the holidays.
That's true.
Now, we talk about the benefits, but there are some consequences if you don't find your peace during the holidays. If you're not managing your stress, then your stress will manage you. And as a result of that, it can result to chronic stress, which can
Mhm.
lead to health issues, anxiety, depression, and even physical ailments where
Yes.
you have headaches all the time. How many people get headaches and you're like, you get those stress headaches? You'll start getting headaches. Even your body will start aching. You'll become
Yes.
more susceptible to illnesses because stress impacts your immune system, especially chronic stress that persists. Because keep in mind that stress is something that when the body is feeling it, it goes into a fight or flight mode. The body chemically goes through chemical changes because it's thinking we either need to muster up energy to fight or muster up this energy to flee. But when we don't do anything with that energy that stress brings about, it begins to cause the body to overcompensate. And we hold that stress in our body. And for too long, it definitely impacts our health. Definitely.
That is so true. And it could strain, relationships with your family, your friends.
Hmm.
And when you're stressed, we're not ourselves, our best selves. So,
Absolutely.
with the people that we love, and sometimes it's your own family that will actually disappoint you the most, in
Yeah.
relationships. So that's why it's definitely so important to make sure that you are not stressing, not being, in a depressive state. Um, and so you definitely, when I, have functions and everything and my family leaves, the next day you want to feel, you know what, I really had a good time with my family. I really, miss, and that's how I feel, most, all holidays after my family leaves or after we go to a function of a family member or something of that nature. I'm always grateful and thankful for the time that we were able to share. And I
Mm.
reflect back on how much fun we had, and everything. And like, what can we do, next time,
Mhm.
or what function can we create next time to get the family all together. So that's what it should be like. When you're done with your family, sure, you may have people coming over and packing up all the food and this, that, and the other. But hey, I mean, that's a little minor thing. Don't let that deter you and be like, oh, this person came over here, all they did was pack up the food and this, that, and the other. So if you are having a family function, and you know how I get down deep, if I'm having a family function, please take food home. It's too
Right.
much food left over. I'm gonna cook, enough where everybody can take food home and everything. So, don't be like that, during the holidays. Just enjoy your family, enjoy the time that you're spending with one
Yes.
another, and try to build those relationships so that with the next, function and everything, that you can all get together, because life is too short. It
Absolutely.
is definitely too short.
Absolutely.
And, when loved ones are gone, like you said, this could be a holiday where a loved one is not there. And you're thinking about, dang, if this person was actually here. So think
Mhm.
about that with the people that are actually there.
Right.
You want to
Absolutely.
just say, hey, I want to love on my family. I want them to love on me, and my friends and everything, and build those relationships. So,
Yes, absolutely. And, in addition, of practicing gratitude, and we just want to also say that, there are people out there that can help you manage stress, get balance in your life. You know, you could get yourself a therapist, you could get yourself a coach,
yes,
and they'll help you balance your life. Um,
yes,
I have a program, a matter of fact, called Balance and Bloom. And then Balance and Bloom is a 30-day boot camp, y'all. And in this boot camp, we go through 30 days of some intense activities, but it's all meant to help you gain balance in your life. And in gaining balance, you also learn how to manage stress and how to prevent stress from being so overwhelming in your life. So if you're listening to this recording, reach out to me, DM me directly, and we can have one-on-one conversation to find out just how you can benefit from this 30-day boot camp program that I've created. And in addition, we want to hear from you. For those of you who may be watching this and
yeah,
replay at a later date, list in the comments some of your strategies, some tips that you do to find peace in the holidays.
yeah.
Denise and I shared ours, but you list in the comments, because we want to build up a library of reference that if people come, when they come across this video, they can say, okay, I see all these additional tips on what other people are doing. And hopefully you find something that suits you.
So, like I mentioned, earlier when I said, a few other tips, to practice, gratitude. It can actually shift your perspective, and don't be afraid to ask for help or to delegate tasks. Sharing a load can give you, more space to breathe. So now, if you have someone and you know that they can't cook during the holidays, you may say, hey, I need you to bring all the pops, all the drinks for us. Or, can
Or the
you
paper
stop at the
plate, or
store and
the
get like the paper plates and the, cutlery. Or you could ask them to bring a dessert from the store, bring a cake, bring some cookies, or, bring some type of dessert. So definitely, others can help, because that also takes the load off of you from having to get all of those things.
yep,
You may ask them to bring a bottle of wine, or, bring something, or for the ones that you do know that can actually cook, ask them to bring a dish,
yeah,
so that that can actually help you as far as cooking as well. And let me just tell y'all, the holidays, as they say, is not a time to start trying to cook a new dish. If it ain't broke, don't fix
don't fix it.
Oh, if we tell you we want you to bring macaroni and cheese, this is not a time to try a new recipe for macaroni and cheese or a new
That's
recipe
the
for
truth.
potato salad or
Listen,
whatever. Hey, we asked you to bring that because we know you can cook that, so please don't try any new recipes during the holidays, please.
right.
Putting raisins in some
Absolutely.
who was that talking about? They put some raisins either in potato salad or some coleslaw. No, we don't want no raisins.
No, we don't want no raisins in
We
there.
want it the way that you normally fix it, so that's the thing. You definitely, can delegate those tasks to you can, definitely help you, you know, ask somebody to bring a honey baked ham. If you're cooking all the other meats or whatever, hey, can you go get the honey baked ham or, something that that definitely could help ease something off of your plate. So,
Yeah, yeah. And then remember, y'all, we're talking about finding your peace in the
yeah,
holiday. So things that you can do to just take a break, just unplug. That's the key.
definitely.
It's
So,
a yeah, it was some feedback. I couldn't,
uh-oh. Oh, sorry.
but as we said, this episode is finding your peace through the holidays. So we definitely the most important thing, I mean, Denise gave some fantastic tips about delegating, but make sure you find some time to be still, to be mindful, to meditate, to pray. Just
Yes.
a few minutes every day. Just it goes a long way, y'all. It goes a long way. Because sometimes you run yourself ragged. Just run yourself ragged till you have nothing left. And when you have
Yeah.
nothing left, and you
Yeah.
don't even have nothing left for you, you're in a dangerous state. And so we
Yeah.
want to prevent that. We want to prevent you from getting to an overload, an overwhelm that is hard to come out of, right? So we hope that these tips have been, helpful for you and that you'll keep that in mind this holiday season, that it's so important to keep your peace and find your peace.
And just remember, it is definitely important to take care of our mental health. It's just important, uh, you know, at, for holiday preparations to making sure that you're, preparing everything. But mental health is something definitely serious, and as a race, we had always been taught, oh, no, 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 we're not, if you need a counselor, get a counselor. If you need, your doctor says, well, hey, I'm going to put you on a medication, and take the medication, do whatever, because I found out that at one point in time, from all the stress, depression, even though I didn't know I had it, and different things, I told my doctor, when I went for my physical, I'm going from 1 to 10 in like a matter of seconds. And she said, especially with women, because a lot of us do have chemical imbalances, especially when we're of age of menopause and we're going through menopause. And
Yeah.
she gave me, she said, well, here, try this medication here, take this, and let me know. And I tell you, it helped me to remain calm, and everything. And I was like, wow, you know, it did, help me, in regard. So whatever you need to do in order to get your stress. If you need to see someone, see someone. If you need to
Yeah.
see a coach. You
Yeah.
know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
So I just want
Absolutely.
you all to know to definitely maintain and take care of your own mental health.
Yes. I agree wholeheartedly with Denise. And I just want to thank you all for joining us
Thank
today
you.
on Sister
Yeah.
Self Care Sunday. And here's to having a peaceful and joyful holiday season.
Yes.
Take care, and we will see you in 2 weeks for the next Sister Self Care Sunday.
Yes.
Have a good one,
Bye,
y'all.
everybody.